Hey,
Robinson Show.
what's up, guys? How are y'all?
Great. How are you, Jason Fountain?
Uh, that's a funny one. I don't even know how to pronounce it anymore.
I just realized,
Great.
yeah, I've had a few too many drinks. Jason Fontaine, singer-songwriter from Georgia.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. From
Oh. How long have you
west
been?
of Atlanta, but I live in Atlanta now. How long?
Oh.
What?
How long have you been doing music for, Jason?
Well, I mean, I started playing music when I was 13, but I didn't start recording or publishing stuff really until 2000 last year. I think my first album came out September last year.
Wow.
And yeah. And second album just came out exactly 1 year later, same month. I think 1 day later.
Cool.
So yeah.
What has been some of your biggest influences in making music?
Musical influences or just general influences?
Either or.
Ah, that's a good question. Fuck. Well, to start, I guess. I think when I was a kid, I liked watching wrestling, and those theme songs were always cool, little metal songs and stuff. So that's what got me into music. I think my dad listened to like classical and stuff growing up, which I love now, but wasn't necessarily what I listened to. I didn't get into music till I was like 12 or so. But then, yeah, stuff like Metallica and Nirvana is what got me wanting to pick up a guitar. And I couldn't do it at first because I was I was left-handed, and the guitar was right-handed that I had. uh, and then I got put on restriction because I was playing too many video games on the computer or something, and failing in schools. So my aunt told me I couldn't play with electronics, and so the only thing I could do was play with this right-handed guitar.
Oh my god!
Oh, no.
So you learned a right-handed guitar at being a lefty?
Yeah, exactly. That out of sheer boredom, that's what I did. I just picked up the guitar because it was the only thing I could do to entertain myself, and I was a 13-year-old, so
Yeah, gotta have
I
something.
needed to. Yeah, exactly. I couldn't play Civilization. Y'all remember Civilization?
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes. I couldn't play. I can't even remember which one it was. It was a good. Fuck. I think it was Civ 3. Yeah, Civ 3. I couldn't play Civ 3, so I started playing guitar instead. So I've been playing ever since. Yeah.
Question is, do you still play the right-handed guitar or do you play left-handed guitar?
Oh, good question. No, I play everything right-handed. I play drums right-handed. Of course, bass is another guitar. I've just become. I don't know. Is ambidextrous the word? 'Cause I don't do it.
Yeah.
That's what I was just trying to think of. Ambidextrous.
What is a
But-
left-handed guitar? Like, that's what I want to know.
So a left-handed guitar, you use the frets with your right hand on a left-handed guitar, and you strum with your left hand, and then with a right-handed guitar, you use you fret it with your left hand and strum with your right hand.
Oh,
Yeah.
But I don't know if I would consider myself ambidextrous because I don't play both ways. I mean, I write and do other things with my left hand, but guitar, I only write with my left hand. I mean, I can write with my right hand if I really feel challenged to do it. But I don't know. I think ambidextrous, you have to be good at everything equally,
Yeah.
Or I don't know. Maybe there's a level of
It-
ambidextrous.
It's weird because, Jason, I'm left-handed, and for at least a year I tried to learn acoustic guitar, and I was always fretting with my left hand and learned to strum with my right hand.
Mhm.
That's right-handed guitar.
So that's
So
a right-handed guitar,
did
yeah.
you have a special left-handed guitar, or did you use a right-handed?
No, I used like a Walmart brand acoustic guitar. I don't know, but I was fretting with the left hand and strumming with the right hand.
Yeah, you were playing. You were playing a
Upside
right-handed
down.
guitar.
Yeah, I guess I was
Yeah.
doing it upside down.
That's why
Yeah.
you suck, Slim.
I have seen people. I can't recall if it was in public or I think I've seen someone in public, but I think I've seen people on YouTube also that were playing left-handed with the right-handed guitar, and the guitar was basically upside down, and yet somehow they figured out how to navigate that way. Like,
Wow.
my mind is blown.
Because that's
watching
what I
people
mean. Like
that.
the strings going in order. Like the bottom string is different from the top string. So how
Yeah.
would you flip that right-handed
Yeah,
guitar?
that's why I
and play
always
that
learned
way?
to fret with the left hand and strum
Yeah.
with the right hand because that just seemed like the only way you could play guitar.
It just seemed natural for you, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but I guess what Rob was saying, I think you're having to make all the chord shapes with your fingers upside down if you're playing a right-handed guitar left-handed. So
okay.
I don't know. Yeah, so I don't know how that just seems so awkward. But I mean, you know what? If that's all you know, that's all you know, I guess. And
Are left-handed guitars more expensive than right-handed guitars?
so I've never really, I never really tried to find out because right-handed guitars are more ubiquitous. However, I would say that I think they are. I think you're going to pay at least $100 or $200 more.
I would think so.
Yeah, but you could do what some guitarists have done, and I think you have to take the nut, which is the thing that holds the strings at the top of the guitar. I think you have to flip that around and glue it back down, and then you can flip your strings around. I believe that's one hack. I think you might have to reverse your bridge, or you can carve out, because these they're made out of bone or plastic or whatever, and they hold your strings like a bridge in the saddle.
Yeah,
hold your strings tight, and they're carved out to hold each string. Excuse me, and each string gets thicker the deeper the tone. So so you would either have to reverse that or you'd have to carve it somehow. I don't know. But you know, when there's a will, there's a way, and people figure stuff out.
And well, how would you describe your music to somebody who has not heard you before?
Okay, that's a good question. And you know, I've been getting recent. At first, I didn't know. My first album had more of a Celtic punk acoustic vibe to it, like Dropkick Murphys or Flogging Molly's.
Yeah.
I also got. I heard Social Distortion a lot, but my first album. The song that was most successful was a song called Brujería, which means witchcraft in Spanish. And that's a song that kind of took off, and it's kind of just a black magic, you know, with the Spanish motif to it.
Jason, I watched the video to that one, and I fucking loved it. Like, I'm glad you brought that up because I loved, like, you're painted as kind of like a skeleton.
Yes,
like,
and I see
with
the Spanish. I see the Spanish almost Day of the
just
Dead.
Fucking cool. Yep.
Influence in your music.
I love that. Definitely an appreciation of. I would say that's mostly Mexican culture. Although in that particular video, I was more so dressed up in the style of like a voodoo loa, like Baron Samedi. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, or is it Samedi? I don't know. Like, you remember Live and Let Die by that James Bond movie? And they had that character in there. I think he was also in the GoldenEye game, Baron Samedi.
Okay. Yes.
So that's what. So I did like a mashup of like voodoo and brujeria, like Spanish witchcraft mixed with like voodoo, just like a mashup of like folk Catholicism for that video, and it was really fun to do that. But I brought that character back for one of my most recent videos, Santa Muerte, which is Holy Death in Mexico primarily. There's a version in Argentina called San de Muerte, which is similar, but it's just a saint death basically. It's really fascinating to me, and so now I've been bringing that into my live performances because, you know, a guy just holding an acoustic guitar to me can be kind of boring to watch. So once you throw the costume on, the face paint, and put the little skulls next to you on the table with the candles, it becomes a lot more interesting to watch, in my opinion. So that's what I've been doing. But I was going to say, you were asking about the styles. That's the one that took off on the first album, and primarily in Latin America. So on my second album, I kind of went more for like a dark Spanish style. A lot of the tracks were just kind of darker. It has that sexy black magic style to it. And I don't know, it's just really fun. Some people have been comparing me to a guy named Voltaire lately, and I checked him out.
Yes.
And he is really cool to watch or listen to if you haven't heard of him.
I have heard of him.
Yeah. So Voltaire is really fascinating. I think he plays here in Atlanta every year at this convention called Dragon Con. I'm sure you might have heard of that.
I'm just trying to think of off the top of my head. I can't recall it. One of his songs is just it's so amazing. It's so amazing.
When You're Evil is probably one of his most is probably his hit or whatever.
Yes.
I'm not sure if that's the one you're talking about, but I'm pretty sure it is. I don't know. I saw a comment on YouTube and it was hilarious and true. Someone was like, "I love this Voltaire guy. He sounds like a failed villain who became a singer instead."
That's amazing.
a failed Disney villain that became a singer instead. That's what they said. Instead of I guess normally it's the failed artist becomes the villain, right?
Yes. Yes. He went the other way. I like the other direction.
Like Jafar, he just he fucked up. He was like, I became a genie. It just didn't work. I'm just gonna sing.
I'm just gonna be an artist now. But you know what? The world's better off with less villains and more artists.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And you know what? You can sing about villainous stuff like he does. And it doesn't do any harm to anybody, I think personally.
Yeah.
So,
Jason, would you be able to perform something for us?
Yeah, I totally could. Let me go into my studio with my guitar, and I'll do that. Cool. Did y'all want to hear anything specific, like Brujería or?
Totally up to you.
Pick what you think. What you're most proud of, Jason.
Oh, well, usually that's always the newest track that I make, but I can't recall which one that is. I probably would do Brujería just because it's the fan favorite.
Okay, awesome. Cool.
And because it's Halloween.
Yes.
And it's that time of year for this song.
Do you want us to go away for a couple of minutes as you paint your body and put on a top hat?
I wish I had time for that. That would take me forever. I don't do it. I don't even paint myself because I'm not that good of a artist. Let me turn on this PA system and we'll get the song cranking.
Okay,
Make sure my Spotify is cut off. Yeah, cool. So here, let me unplug my headphones for you guys.
Did we lose him? We lost him in the unplugging of the headphones. Hold on, he's coming back. Oh my God, there's too much going on here.
Jason!
All right, we got you. You there?
Okay. Yeah, I guess Skype hangs up on you when you
unplug your headphones.
They don't like headphones coming out.
Do what?
They don't like the headphones being unplugged. Skype.
Yeah. They'll be all right. Let me see. Oh, okay. I will use this guitar amp then. All right.
So
I should have prepared for this part.
I was just gonna say, are you sure you're not using your webcam microphone? Because it sounds like you might be using your webcam microphone. Just make sure you're using the microphone that you're talking into right now.
So does it sound different? Not as good now?
Yeah, no, it sounds like a little canny, like speaking into a can. So it might be your webcam.
Let me go ahead and plug back in my what's it called? My earbuds.
Yeah, it's a little echoey, and I just recognize that as that's the webcam picking it up.
Well, so the echo is probably my microphone actually.
Oh,
so
okay.
Right here probably doesn't sound as echoey when I'm not talking.
Yeah, that sounds better. Yep.
Okay, yeah. So I use a reverb when I'm doing the stuff through the PA system, just because I like the way it sounds.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, then we'll go with that.
As soon as I finish with this song, I can get back to the earbuds.
Okay,
right,
cool.
Let me find this song for you guys.
And then I'm gonna mute the mic, so whenever you're ready.
Let me see. I'm just about ready. All right. Okay, yeah, I'm ready.
All right, we're good to go.
Cool, here we go. Brujería. Happy Halloween.
lights, say a prayer for me. The full moon is sounds haunting the sky, the witching hour is dawning. Brujería, black magic, some witchcraft is surely afoot. A spell of binding now has been cast, and it must be broken for good. How dare you ever think that you could have control of me? My will is strong no matter what you think, and that is something you must see. A lock of hair, a photograph, some nutmeg and ancient bone. Travel down the left-handed path, at your own peril you ignore. All your desires can be bought at the cost of losing your soul. So make your wager of what you got, what's worth you losing your control. How dare you ever think that you could have control of me? My will is strong no matter what you think, and that is something you must see. My heart belongs to someone else, no magic can make me let go. So carry on with your steady spells, for your karmic devil to show. Light a candle, turn on the lights, say a prayer for me. The full moon is sounds haunting the sky, the witching hour is dawning. Brujería, black magic, some witchcraft is surely afoot. A spell of binding now has been cast, and it must be broken for good. All right.
Thank you, Jason.
Awesome, Jason.
So
Thanks,
good.
guys. Hey, let me pop these earbuds back in so you guys can hear me better. And also I can hear you guys much better too.
It's so good. So good.
So I can get away with doing all these pictures and concerts right now with the face paint. I don't know how that's going to be after Halloween, but
What do you have? Do you have anything special planned for Halloween? Any live performance or any song dropping?
so actually both. The live performance is more of kind of like a private deal, like a house party. A friend wanted me to perform at.
Cool.
But as far as song coming out, it looks like I might have 2 songs dropping because I did a cover of "I Put a Spell on You" by Screamin' Jay Hawkins.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hocus pocus, motherfucker.
I love that dude, man. He's like, apparently he was kind of like me. Like he just kind of came in there and it kind of evolved into the act that he's doing, or that he did with the voodoo and the cannibalistic looking stuff. But that wasn't his initial. He was just a blues singer, but it just kind of went that direction, which is kind of what happened with me. It's going into that weird, cool, but it's fun. It's entertaining direction. But he, what I was saying about that is that might drop on Halloween also because I'm waiting for the mechanical license to officially release it as a cover, because cover songs, you have that red tape you have to deal with.
Yeah.
Unless you want to just drop it on YouTube or SoundCloud or something.
But that
I
was
kind of want to do what?
I was going to say, I Put a Spell on You. That was in that movie Hocus Pocus, right?
It was. So that version was interesting. That one was more of like a show tune sounding version.
Yeah.
Like, I put a spell on you.
Yeah.
And now you're mine. You're mine. You're mine. You're mine. They had like the backing vocals and stuff in that one. It was definitely I like how a song can be interpreted in so many ways. My version is definitely not the same as the original either.
Right.
The CCR has a great version of that song. There's a lot of bands out there that have covered that song, actually. There was this local guy. His name is Carlton Heston, and he's like super underground, like here in Atlanta. But anyone that's seen him knows he's like legit talented, amazing. And he had a version, and that's kind of what, after I played a show with him a couple weeks ago, I had been like thinking that I was going to make a version of that, but I wasn't. I never got around to it. And then I heard his version. I was like, okay, it's like, that's phenomenal. I mean, I could never do something better than what this guy did, but it just made me want to go ahead and just record that. And right now is the perfect time of year to do that. So that'll be out soon. And then I have another song called Evil that is definitely 100% coming out on Halloween. I don't have to wait for licenses because that's an original song. That one's more of like a industrial, someone said like Nine Inch Nails style sounding track.
Cool.
So that'll be out on Halloween.
Nice. I wanted to ask too, Jason, being in around Atlanta, have you performed with Josh Ferguson?
I have not. Maybe that is who I do follow his Facebook page. That might have been how I found out about y'all's show. Was following his page. I can't recall if it was him or Charlie or somebody.
Could have been. Yeah, I'm also a friend of Charlie's. So yeah.
Yeah. I saw that. So I haven't had the opportunity. We were going to play a little streaming event with this other guy from a band called Feast for Eyes, Zach. And I guess Josh had a show pop up, and Josh is a working musician from my understanding. Like, it's the only thing he does for money.
Yes.
So he had to kind of take that opportunity, and he couldn't do the little streaming show that we had planned for Zach's birthday. So unfortunately, I haven't had the opportunity to meet Josh or play with him, but I do follow his page and see his antics and stuff on Facebook, which is cool.
He is a cool
but
dude.
yeah, maybe in the future I'll have the opportunity to play a show with Josh, and that should be really fun.
Yeah.
Charlie too. I'd like to play a show with Charlie. I think they're both completely different genres.
Yes. Yeah, Charlie seems more classical country, where Josh is a little. I don't know how to explain Josh. Like,
he's like an indie pop.
Yes.
Indie pop. Yeah.
And where you go a total different way. Like.
Some type of
collab between
whatever,
you all.
Some type of folk, I guess. Dark folk is what I do. I don't know.
Almost a mariachi,
industrial folk.
Yeah, like it would be cool. It'd be cool to see something between all you guys.
And if you guys can't get anything, maybe we can try to have you and Josh on at the same time. That'd be
cool.
Pretty cool too.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that would be cool. I'd get to chop it up with Josh, because I think the furthest I've actually gone is maybe like Facebook messages or comments and stuff like that. I haven't had the opportunity, so
I'll message him right now. I'll be like, fucking call Jason right now, you son of a bitch, Josh.
yeah. If he's watching, give him a call.
He's a great guy. Absolutely. Jason, thank you so much for talking to us. Where can everybody find you?
So depending on what kind of content you're looking for, if you're looking for music, I'm on any of the streaming platforms. You just type Jason Fountain or Fontaine was how you might want to. That's how they pronounce it in Latin America, Fontaine. But Jason Fountain is easiest way to, because it's spelled like a fountain, like a water fountain.
Yeah.
And you can also find on YouTube. And then if you want to come on Facebook, you can also type Jason Fountain. And on Facebook and Instagram, you might even find some other stuff that's a little different from music. I'll just post funny stuff and pictures. On Instagram, it's Jason Fountain _official is my handle on Instagram. And on Facebook, you just have to type Jason Fountain, and I'll pop up. I'll be like probably the first one that pops up. And then you can also find me on TikTok if you want to see stupid shit that I do on there. Jason Gunpoint. I don't do a lot on TikTok, and
Jason Gunpoint.
Yeah.
I've been doing like Spanish TikToks lately, like jokes in Spanish.
Nice. What was your Christmas song? Was it the AR-15 or that song was great?
That song was fun. And
Almost,
Charlie did the video for that actually.
Oh, okay. It was almost like a satire. That song.
Yeah, someone said that sounded like Marilyn Manson playing country Christmas music or something like that.
Yeah, that was a crazy.
Yeah, the video was really funny. The elf getting shot by Santa. That song got me shadow banned on TikTok for a while.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but and there's a YouTuber. I met him in Atlanta. He's from Georgia, who shared it on his Instagram. Iraq veteran 8888. He's a big gun channel, huge gun channel on YouTube, probably like the third biggest one. But he shared it on his Instagram, and so that was a lot of fun. I don't know.
Nice.
So yeah, hopefully can top Last Christmas. I don't know how. That was really fun doing that. I think I'm gonna sing about this being the last Christmas ever and go through everything we've been through this year.
It's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna end like a minute after Christmas this year. This is the end of it.
At least, or while we're counting down to the new year, just right like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Done.
One doesn't happen yet.
So, Jason, we gotta wrap this up, but I gotta ask: so do you prefer Jason Fountain or Jason Fontaine?
Okay, that's a good question. I think everyone else prefers Fontaine because it sounds cooler. Me, I'm not really particular about it. So
You intended it to be Fountain.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, I think it was originally Fontaine before it was anglicized and went like several centuries ago.
Yeah, Ellis Island will fuck us up. That's all we know.
But Fontaine is fine. But it's spelled like fountain. That's all people should know.
Cool.
All right,
That's all they need
Jason
to know
Fountain.
to be able to find me.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Jason.
Thank
It's
you.
been awesome talking to you, dude.
All right, thanks, guys. Y'all have a good one. Thanks you for having me on.
No
It was
problem.
Thank you.
We'll definitely have to do
All
it
right,
again.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Later, dude.